Hey, I'm TattooPlays and welcome back to the channel. Today we continue with the 4th episode of Rosewater. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, I'll make sure to link them in the description box below. But I recommend checking those out first before watching this video. But let's just get comfy, get cozy, and just hop back into the game. So last time we got this dude to step away, so let's head into the museum.
I'd better be quick. No telling when that chump might come back.
Okay, so we'll have to look for something.
Let's see. Books on science, engineering, astronomy. I'm sure this is all fascinating, but it's not going to help me any.
Huh?
Full of all kinds of liquids. I'd rather not know what they are.
Oh, let's search this cabinet.
Bottles of different colors. Nothing helpful.
Okay, there's nothing in there. Search.
Lots of extra glassware. Nothing I need. Lots more. Nothing that would help me locate Clark's stash.
Okay.
Even more books in here. And what's this? Looks like a diary.
And a diary.
I should have.
We got busted.
Get out of here this instant, degenerate! Don't you dare try any more trickery, or Emissary Paul will hear of it.
At least I found what I was looking for.
Okay, did we pick it up? We did. Let's read
I
it.
should probably get out of Beardy's sight first.
Okay, makes sense. Let's head this way. Okay, let's read it.
The final entry is bookmarked with a letter. Definitely worth a read. But first...
March 13th, 1845. I am embarking on a new project, which means a new journal. Here I will record my notes and observations from a series of experiments on the generation and application of etheric energy. I believe it can be profitable, harvested from the very air, and harnessed for an immense number of beneficial uses. I see the streets of Lamplight City aglow, not with the smoky flicker of flame from burning costly oil, but with bright etheric light from lamps that never need fuel. I see compact, efficient etheric engines replacing the bulky and limited diffusion generators that drive Her Majesty's airships. I see our nation's mills and manufactories humming, kept in motion, not with the sweat of the brow or the belching fumes of coal fires, but with the clean, abundant power of ethericity. The applications are limitless, but before they can be realized, I must turn my attention to the practical problem of the efficient generation, not to mention safe, reliable storage. Even if energy can be summoned from the atmosphere on demand, some intermediate storage device will be necessary to absorb the excess and release it in a controlled fashion. Absent such as a mechanism to modulate the unpredictable flow of raw power, the effect would be akin to cooking one's breakfast by exploding a stick of dynamite. Tomorrow I must visit Cunningham's to order glass tubes and ampoules, as he always takes weeks to deliver. I hope he also has magnetite on hand in sufficient quantities so I can start experimenting with it right away. But I will try the iron fillings first, if not. Down to last spool of copper wire. Must pick up more. And I must stop by the offices of the Gazette soon to circulate an advertisement for a new assistant in the weekend edition. Much to do. Okay, that's a lot of stuff to read. I'll just keep going through it. If you want to read it yourself, I would suggest to play the game. Let's read the letter.
February 9th, 1850.
That's only 9 months ago.
Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish that dusty laboratory in the middle of nowhere. Come to El Presidio. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privileges. You will be furnished with the comforts owing to a man of your intellect and accomplishments.
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room. one of the aforementioned perks.
Interesting. Jake will want to see this.
Let's head back to the map. Can we... Okay, this is... this map. Oh, hold on. There's nobody. Jake. Jake is in the compound, I think. Because he's our companion, so you might want to update him on the news. Since last time he was flirting with that girl. Oh! Ooh.
What in the ether is going on here?
Miss Larkin was kind enough to offer to paint my shadow.
In the altogether?
Well, didn't want to get my clothes dirty.
Besides, I paint the soul. The subject must bear himself and discard all excess.
Mm-hmm. So... select.
Hey, Jake. I've got something to show you.
Please keep your hands
show
where they
me.
are.
I'd prefer to speak in private.
Can't it wait? I'm a mite indisposed at the moment.
It's to do with what we've been looking for.
Ah, well, in that case, excuse me a moment, won't you, darling? All right, what do you got?
I found Clark's journal. Have a look at this letter that was inside.
An invitation to the Jolly Good Club in El Presidio?
Yep. Check the date.
9 months ago. Ah, nice sleuthing, Harley. Let's round up the others and say our goodbyes. We need to plan our next steps.
Leaving us so soon? But you've only just arrived.
We appreciate the hospitality, but it's time we moved on.
If your journey must continue, then so be it. But we cannot thank you enough for your discovery of Evocator Bennett's etheric cultivator, Miss Leger. Once we relocate and configure the equipment, our crops will surely flourish.
That's great to hear. I hope you'll all be well fed this winter.
Know that you will always find welcome in Chrysalis. Farewell, my friend.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Odd bunch of folks, but quite charming in their way.
I, for one, am glad to be leaving.
Hear, hear.
Have we finished our business here then?
Harley turned up Clark's diary.
More importantly, I found a letter inside inviting him to the Jolly Good Club in El Presidio. It was dated 9 months ago.
That's right about the time he disappeared, isn't it?
It is indeed. I'd say it's obvious that the good doctor accepted the invitation.
And took his money with him?
Well, it ain't here or in his lab. And what's that postscript in the letter say, Harley?
You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room.
Don't get much clearer than that.
Suppose we should start packing if El Presidio is our next destination.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First and foremost, we need some transportation.
You haven't got any? Don't you tour around?
Sure, but our show wagon ain't gonna fit all of us.
Plus, we'll need it to store all the show's props and equipment while we're gone. There's that lady in town with the wagon, though. Heard her talking at the saloon once. Said she hires it out to travelers.
Sounds promising. Who is she?
You've met, actually. She was your cellmate when we bailed you out.
Lola?
Oh, that lady.
She did mention she was leaving town soon. Maybe we can hitch a ride.
We should head back to Rosewater, no?
Yeah, let's get a move on. Right. Harley, I'm putting you in charge of hiring us some transportation. Danny and I are going back to the theater to settle some business. Come get us once you've arranged a ride.
And just how am I meant to arrange it? Financially speaking?
Ah, well, now that may get a mite tricky. Our contract was to pay out at the end of the show's run, But seeing as we'll be breaking that contract, I'm sad to say we'll be forfeiting those proceeds.
Oh.
Anybody else got funds to contribute to the kitty?
Not unless this Johnson woman accepts pesos. And I've few enough of those at that.
I'm afraid I haven't got anything either.
Harley, my dear, I'm afraid we must then prevail upon you to furnish the petty cash needed to get our expedition aloft. Seeing as you're the only other one of our posse who's currently in the position of being gainfully employed. And it goes without saying, but you'll be fully reimbursed once we find what we're looking for, on top of your share, with interest.
I certainly hope so.
Wonderful. Well then, we'll be seeing you later.
What about you two?
I think I'll pay Dr. Sedgwick a visit. It's been ages.
And I owe him proper thanks for his care.
See you in a bit, Harley.
Okay, so we have to go to the Gazette or whatever it's called. It's the doctor's office, the blacksmith. I think it was the next one. Yeah. Post and publishing.
Good to see you again.
I will write an article.
All right, let's get this thing knocked out. But first... Okay, time to bring home the bacon. The big question, how to open? From the moment he rode on stage astride a huge, steam-spewing mechanical horse, it could not be denied that Jake Ackerman was more than your typical copperpenny showman. Following that outstanding overture, Gentleman Jake's Wild West Spectacular proceeded in a similarly gobsmacking vein. Now, the middle section needs to recapture the reader's interest. Let's see. They say the true mark of a person's character is how they behave under pressure. Mr. Ackerman showed nothing but resourcefulness when he found himself taken captive on one recent occasion, the details of which he was not at liberty to disclose. But he was able to recount his escape by means of a clever ruse involving the use of common household items, a true-life tale rivaling the plots of the most lurid copper novels. And now for an ending.
Go with Rosewater.
Mr. Ackerman is a great man, and by his visit to our industrious frontier town, proves that Rosewater is the sort of cosmopolitan crossroads where one might yet meet and mingle with some of the true luminaries of our age. All right, that should do it. Now, what should I title it? The Continuing Adventures of Gentleman Jake.
Was the only title
And
that I thought it
done.
would sound good, in my opinion. Okay, so let's see if we can go deliver our article. And hopefully we get some money out of it.
Good to see you again, Harley. Hope you're spinning me some aurum.
Well, I've spent the past couple days following Jake around, gathering plenty of straw.
Glad to hear it. I like writers who go above and beyond.
Okay, we'll give select, and then we'll give the article. Hopefully
Here you
we're
are,
not being
Joni.
thrown out of the
One
window.
profile of Gentleman Jake, ready to print.
Let's have a look. You know, writing the headline is normally the editor's job. Now let's see. Goodness, this account of the show is very descriptive. You've made me feel like I was there in the front row. This is good. You've kept it brisk all the way through. Oof, laying it on a bit thick at the end there, aren't you? Still, I asked you to make the town look good, and you delivered.
There you
I
go.
appreciate a writer who can take editorial direction. We'll work on the subtlety later. Not bad, Harley. Not bad at all. A few snips here and there, and this will be fit to print. Here's your fee, as agreed.
There we go.
Now I know what I'm working with, I'll have a think about your next assignment.
About that.
Hmm?
I'm leaving for El Presidio with Gentleman Jake. We're after Bennett Clark's missing fortune. Whatever we find, I've got a feeling it'll make a hell of a story.
You're right about that. Tales from the wild frontier are in vogue these days, and folk will be gumming to find out what happened to Clark. All right then. Clark's missing fortune it is.
I've got something else.
Oh? Do tell.
While I was going around with Jake, we spent some time with the Otham. I learned that they've come under constant attack from the soldiers at Fort Beaumont.
What? Why?
That's the thing. There's no reason. They pose no threat, yet the soldiers harass them anyway. In one recent raid, all their crops were torched.
That's atrocious. People need to know about this.
I'm glad you think so, because their leader wants their story told. She's willing to be interviewed. She gave me this statement, too.
Powerful stuff. I'll pay a visit as soon as I can and see for myself. Plenty of townsfolk could stand to learn about our neighbours in the valley. This could open their eyes.
I hope so. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to see about hiring a wagon.
Godspeed, Harley.
Let's see if we can get it arranged.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Locked.
I mean, she was arrested, right? I mean, she was our cellmate, so maybe she's still in the cell that we're at. But we need to figure out where it was. Ah, the sheriff, right here.
Welcome back, Miss Leger.
Let's go talk to her and see if we can hire a wagon.
I've got a proposition for you.
Is that so?
You said you were planning on leaving town?
I did.
And I've heard you have a wagon for hire.
That's right.
Interested in a job?
Depends who's hiring.
I am.
I am. My posse and I need to get to El Presidio as soon as possible.
I see. How many?
5, counting myself.
Well, I've got good news and bad news.
Uh-oh.
Good news is, I was bound for El Presidio anyhow, and my wagon can fit 5.
And the bad news?
I'm sure you can figure that one for yourself.
Yep, she's
So
stuck
if I get you out of here, you'll take us along?
We can discuss my fee once I know you're serious.
We'll just bail her out.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
How much to get Miss Johnson out on bail?
Let's see. For assault on a minor child, as well as unlawful occupancy of an uninhabited building, that'll be 15 crowns.
Oh, there you go.
Here you go. 15 crowns.
Right you are. Miss Johnson, you're free to go. Don't let me see you in here again.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks.
Yes, let's. How much to get me and the rest to El Presidio?
My fee is 40 crowns up front, but I'll cut you a break. In appreciation for the way you knocked out that little pest. 20 crowns, all up.
It's a deal.
Well, good thing I beat that guy
Good.
up.
Get your posse together and meet me outside town at sundown. We'll head out then.
I do have to say,
There
the art
you
in this
are.
game is amazing.
This your group then?
This is us.
All right, folks, listen here. I'm Lola Johnson. This is my wagon. When you're in my wagon, you follow my rules.
Yes, ma'am.
Rule 1. I'm your driver, not your friend. While we're moving, leave me be. That means no yammering in my ear about how pretty you think the mountains are. Rule 2. We stop and go as I say. I ain't interested in blowing up my engine just 'cause y'all are in a hurry. Last rule. Everybody does their part. Be it cooking, hunting, or gathering firewood. This ain't no pleasure cruise, and I won't be serving y'all. The road can be rough, but I'm an experienced navigator and tracker, so stick with me and you'll be fine. If you've got any questions, now's the time to ask.
No, ma'am.
We understand. You'll have no trouble from us.
All right then, let's get a move on. Time's wasting.
We are off, with the first faint tendrils of dawn at our backs. We head west for El Presidio on the trail of the elusive Dr. Clark. We have but a few days' travel before us, through the desert and mountains to reach the coast. I am rather looking forward to getting a better view of this part of the country. And should the scenery lack for diversion, I suppose I'll have recourse in the fellowship of my new traveling companions. Now that we've assembled in this unlikely venture, perhaps it's time we got to better know one another.
Feels good to be underway at last.
Yes, though I must admit I tend to become restless on long trips.
Well, we got cards, books, and conversation. Plenty of ways to pass the time.
Let's play some cards.
How about a few hands of poker, boys?
Sounds good to me. What do you think, Danny boy?
I don't have anything to bet with.
We don't need to play for money. Only our honor at stake. What could be more valuable, huh?
Let's do it then. Hell of a game, boys.
Hey, I see something up ahead, by the side of the road. Looks like an oil derrick.
Wagon's slowing down.
Guess it caught Lola's eye, too. Let's have a look.
Any particular reason we've stopped, Miss Johnson?
I needed to stretch my legs. You might take advantage and do the same. We're off again in about 20 minutes.
Come on, Danny. Let's go have a look at that oil derrick.
Excuse me, ladies. I have some business to attend to.
Okay.
Both
Wonder
of you
what that
can do as
business is?
you like. Just stay within sight.
Actually, I'm curious about this machine. Do you think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, well, I suppose so.
Okay. I will keep it at this for this episode. I'm enjoying this game. You guys know this. Brings me back to my days playing Monkey Island, so I will be continuing with this game next week. It'll probably change to Saturdays. That story games will be added to the channel, so keep an eye out for that. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for hanging out on my first live stream. Really appreciate it. I will be doing a new live stream this Sunday as well, same time, same place. So make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done already, and hit the notification bell so you guys keep posted. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.